You see, entrepreneurs, they have to feel like you're living this perfect life, stay positive, go out there, work hard. But nobody talks about an entrepreneur with depression and anxiety. I remember the time 2 in the morning, I had to call my son, my oldest son Wesley, to call the ambulance because my heart was just pounding. I thought I was having a heart attack. So when I went to the hospital, the doctor said, your heart is fine. And I asked him why my heart was racing so much. And he goes, that's a sign of anxiety. And I was like, what? He said, that's normal. It's a normal thing. You mentally exhausted and physically exhausted. It gives you anxiety. It's like being scared. I started a screen printing business. I want this to work, and I'm putting all the hours I can. I gotta try to make it. So when you go to sleep, your mind goes crazy. And that was the moment that I started researching what anxiety and depression has to do. And I started getting books and reading up because I wanted to know what am I going through and how is best to deal with it. Yeah, so what I learned reading that I then understood was depression and anxiety are two different things, but they go together. So whoever has anxiety most likely has also depression. Whoever has depression most likely has anxiety. And then I started reading up and understanding what are the signs of those two things. So this is a very simple formula for depression and anxiety. When you're bitter and depressed, your mind is thinking about the past. When you're anxious, that means you have anxiety, and anxiety means that your mind is thinking about the future. For example, depression has to do with, let's say you had an issue with one of your family members and he happens to pass away and you never fixed that issue, you know. It might haunt you. You might think about that past and it makes you very depressed. You can't do nothing about that. There's nothing you could do. And anxiety is, let's say you expecting a baby, your lady's gonna give birth and you don't have a job, you worry about, am I gonna maintain this child? Should I get an apartment soon? What's gonna happen? That's anxiety, thinking about the future. Yo, Sammy, are you ready to eat? Let's set up that barbecue, man. Start grilling. When it comes to depression and anxiety, what I read about, it's in the Bible. And Jesus spoke about that, talking about do not live in the past, do not live in the future, live in the present. Because he already knew that that is not good. By living in the past and the future is not good for your mental health. And we have to start accepting the past and stop really thinking about the future if it stresses you out. If it stresses you out, stop it. Wait. But you can plan for the future, but don't think about the future where you're gonna feel anxiety and